What's up, Facebook? Oh man, I let a few people get on. Hopefully, maybe I catch you guys on a break. I'm here in Detroit. I'm at the airport. I'll be here for another hour and a half. And I'm feeling so like zoned in out here, and it's like I'm reading this book called The Go Giver. I was listening to Entrepreneur Roller Coaster. Um, and it's like just developing your mind is crazy. Like sometimes sometimes a lot of us walk around feeling that we have no credibility whatsoever. Like sometimes we feel like we talk so much and nobody's listening, and it sucks because trust me, like the latter part of my life was pretty much based on not ever being heard for what I had to say. Even though, like, good morning, Diane. Even though I had a lot of things to say, I felt like nobody wanted to hear it because maybe I never built up the credibility that I needed to actually deliver the message that I've always wanted to deliver. And obviously now, finding my niche or my niche, whatever you want to call it, with fitness and health, it's giving me that bridge to be able to motivate more people out there that are feeling the way I felt at one time, that every time you say something, people just don't listen to you because either you've never accomplished it and they feel you're not knowledgeable enough in that area that you can't be understood. You know what I mean? Because even growing up, I always felt misunderstood. Like I always felt like everything I said didn't make sense. I was always a follower. I felt like a follower, never a leader. And this is something that we all go through, right? Like I think that a lot of us feel like that we are not leaders, and I think that is predicated on how we were raised, and no fault of anybody's, because I think that our parents didn't have the right tools like we do right now, and I think that this generation of people right now should be more aware of what's going on in the world, in a sense of the transformations that's going on, and I think that we need to be more of the voice of the world. I think that we need to start talking more. We need to start helping our parents, our past times grow into the new times, into the new generations, so that they can catch up in the best way possible. And but once I created this level of credibility within you guys, all of you guys that follow me, that always want to hear when I speak, always share my stuff, and I'm just truly grateful for all of you. Honestly, you guys give me a lot of strength, a lot of faith, a lot of power, because you guys are always on. You guys are always, liking, commenting, questioning stuff that I do, which is awesome. It always makes you better to hear from people, the feedback, even if it's good or bad. The one thing that I do control, guys, is that so that you guys know, if I see any negative comments on my feed that I feel that is not proper, I do delete it, because I do have control of my social media, and I think that you should too. I think that you control what goes on in your social media. If you wanna be an advocate of faith, if you want to be an advocate of positivity, I think that you need to walk that. You got to walk that fine line. And I can honestly say right now that for the past 8 years, I got clout. I got that clout because it's been a journey of positivity for me since the end of 2007, the beginning of 2008, after I watched The Secret. Ever since I watched The Secret, like everything just started making more sense. It started just like opening up. Like a lot of people in my life just started looking at me different because of who I was becoming, and I still didn't know. I still didn't come into my own, right? But then once I got the fitness in, right, then it was like it still wasn't even there yet. So there's gonna be a lot of ladder times in your life that you fulfill one area and then you get into another area and they don't meet yet until you, when you get that opportunity to marry the two together, you will become the most clouded person in the world, if that's even a word. I think that you're going to be so credible because you have to find what you love, what you're passionate about. Because it's hard to do something full force at 110% if you're just partially passionate on it. You should be 100% passionate at the one thing that you desire, the one thing that you want, the one thing that you know that people will benefit from, and it'll only build your credibility as you move forward. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here just, I'm talking, I'm just gonna just keep blabbing it. Anything that comes up, I'm just gonna talk because I feel like it's so important that a lot of you understand that I know how you feel if you're being misunderstood, if you're not being heard. Like, I get you. Like, trust me. Like, I know how you feel. It sucks. Like, you want to just go into a little corner. You want to just get off social media. You just want to just like not talk to anybody because it's like, oh my God, like I've said this, I've said that already, I said this already, and just nobody wants to listen to you. The best thing that I can tell you is that stay grounded. Stay grounded in your path. If you know where you're going, stay there because you will get detoured along the way. There's going to be many detours in your life, trust me, because every time you're heading in the right direction, someone is always going to push you left when you're going right. So if you stay grounded, if you stay focused in line, if you stay in line with where you're going, I promise you that the most amazing things will follow. But just remember, there's going to be a lot of bumps on that road. There's going to be a lot of challenges on that road because in order to gain credibility, you got to earn it. You have to earn credibility. So you got to go through the ups and downs of life because if you don't learn how to fail, you will never learn how to succeed. And when you start combining the two, failure is equated to success. Like you can't succeed if you don't fail first, because if you don't fail, that means you're not doing anything. Let me define it in fitness. Too many people start the programs and quit before they even start because they feel they can't do it, or they feel that they have no time to do it. And it's the only reason why you feel that way is because you never actually attempted it, or you never gave it 110%, because you still allowed the life that you had before going into the fitness to still overpower the new journey that you're trying to go in. When you start a new journey, guys, you can't think like the way you were before, because if you were thinking the way you were before, like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, right? So you got to make sure that your mindset has to change the minute that you make a decision to go into a new journey, the minute that you decide to go into a new world, the minute that you decide that I want to make a change in my life. I'm tired of feeling the way I feel. I'm tired of looking the way I look. I'm tired of being the way I am. Once you make that decision, the first thing you need to do is eliminate the history that you had leading up to that moment. Because if you are still thinking the way you were before you make this new decision, you are gonna get stuck. You're gonna wanna quit. You're not gonna give yourself enough credit to build on it. You know what I'm saying? So imagine me thinking like the kid, God bless you. If you're like that kid, that like me, like I was that kid that always ate out, always went drinking, always was negative, and I was everything opposite of what I am today, right? If I wanted to stay the way I was to be who I am today, it wasn't gonna work. So I had to let one go to gain another one. So if you're going into a new journey, if you want to build credibility within yourself, if you want to start believing that you can change, if you want to build that clout in your life, I'm not saying cloud, it's clout, C-L-O-U-T. If you want to build that clout in your life, let go of your past. Let go of whatever you've done to this moment. If today you're going to make a decision to make a change in your life, let go of whatever you did yesterday and before. I'm not saying to forget about it. I'm saying to let it go. Because if you hold on to it, you are going to be you're going into a new journey, and you're going to be held back because of those adversities that you once had. If you want to start clean, you got to start clean. If you want to start clean, you got to start clean. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you can't just bring baggage from the past into the present. A lot of people do that with relationships. When you're in a relationship, you had a bad relationship with a significant other, a spouse, or whatever it is, and you have all this negativity that happened, but you want better, you want more in your life, right? But then you bring this baggage into the new world, and then you start comparing and contrasting, and then that's when everything starts, compounding in your head, and then boom, you lose credibility with the new person because you're comparing them to your past. You can't do that. And when you're in a job, same thing. When you're in a job and you hate what you do and you dislike what you do, but then you go into this new job thinking the way you did in your past job, and then you fail at your new job, you consider yourself a failure. It's not that you're a failure, it's that you're not willing to let go. If you're willing to let go of your past, I promise you, letting go of your past, meaning the things that held you back. Let go of the things that are holding you back and start searching, start seeking the things that are going to catapult you forward so that you can be amazing. Because all of you are amazing. You guys all deserve so much more. Like, I deserve so much more. I think I'm destined. I know I'm destined for more. You know what I mean? And I hold myself back sometimes, even myself, I do hold myself back, and I feel like there's something out there that I need to be doing more of. And the past couple of days, I've just been thinking to myself, what can I do more of to be where I want to be in my life, right? So, and it's there. I'm almost at that point that I want to get there, and I want you to go do your best thing. I want you to go do that one thing that would inspire you, that would motivate you, but that will change your generation. Because a lot of you are stuck in your past generation thinking that, because my mother did this, I'm going to be like that. If my mother has this, my father has this, I'm going to have it. It's hereditary. Guys, let go of the hereditary seal. You can gain a lot of clout, a lot of credibility once you let go of your hereditary seal. Past decisions does not have to reflect on your present one. It doesn't. You are a new person. You are a new beginning. You are a new world. Don't give up on yourself. Don't let the past define you. Why don't you make your own definition? Why do you think these people right now, why do you think the dictionary has so many defined words? Somebody made the definition to these words. Why can't you make your own definition to yourself? Why are you being defined by other people? You're not nobody else. You're not nobody else. You are your own person. You are unique. You are an amazing person. Like, you're beautiful. You're handsome. Like, you're powerful. You're strong. Like, and I'm learning a lot of this stuff right now because, I'm doing a program that is weight driven. And I was a person that said, I hate weights. I will never lift weights. I don't need weights. I'm going to do cardio and cardio and cardio. And those of you that have been following my journey since the very beginning know this. And I just found a whole new perspective on it. I appreciate lifting. I found a whole new strength inside of me that I'm capable of. I feel like I can go harder. I can go stronger. I can be better. And I told myself, why not marry the two? I'm a dominant cardio guy. Why can't I be a dominant lifter? And if I combine the two, I'll be stronger. And this is just me talking to myself. Then what can you marry in your life right now to make you a better person, to make you credible to the world? Because you want to be heard. Everybody wants to be heard. Those of you that think that you walk around and think that you don't want to be heard, you're lying to yourself. Everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to deliver a message. You can deliver this message, but in order to deliver this message, you want to be that person that actually lives it before you speak it. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't lived it, I would highly recommend you to bring people to your journey. So if you're in the beginning part of your journey, it could be fitness, work, life, whatever, marriage, bring people into that journey to see how you progress. Because progression is a beautiful thing, guys. When you progress in life, it just makes you value so much. It makes you value yourself to another degree. You know what I mean? Like, you can be 1 degree better than you were yesterday. You can make one decision today that can impact your whole life. But I want you to remember this. Simplicity will get you further than overthinking. Simplicity will get you further than overthinking. Too many of us, I'm including myself in this, we overthink. And when we overthink, we only hold ourselves back from greatness, from beauty, from what life really has to offer. And if I can give you that one message is, go gain some clout in this world, because God made us unique. God made us to deliver the power and faith, love, happiness, positivity. But if you want to change, you got to be that change. Why do you have to wait for someone else to do it? Why don't you go out there and go do that change that you're thinking about right now? Whatever change you just thought about right now in your head, that you can make an impact in the world, go do it. Why can't you be the leader? Why can't you be the forefront to that change? Why can't someone look at you, oh, you know what? I'm doing this because of her and because of him. That's an amazing feeling, guys. That means that you have made an impact in the world. You have become the leader that God knew you would be. And you just gained all the credibility you've ever imagined. And I mean, I know how much time I'm in here. 16? I just feel like this is a great message for a lot of you out there that are really doubting yourself, or that feel that you're not good enough. Because I felt that way. I felt like I wasn't good enough. But you know what? A lot of people put me down, even when I post crazy things, when I do things that they would never do. Just remember this, guys. You will always be judged by someone that will never do what you're doing, because they just don't see it. And that's okay. It's okay to be different. Like, one thing I love to say, and people tell me, oh, but why do you say that? No. Listen, I'm not perfect. I am different. And it's okay for me to say that. And I'm very strong. And I'm an advocate of that. Because in this world, if you try to be perfect, you're going to be staying behind for the rest of your life. Because in this world, it's an imperfect world. And if you're trying to be perfect in an imperfect world, you're going to be delayed in a lot of decisions that you make. So I highly recommend, strongly recommend, that you change the way you think and how you approach the things that you do. Because I promise you, clout is waiting for you. That credibility that you want in your life, that love that you want in your life, that job that you're looking for, that marriage that you're waiting for, that friendship that you desire, the money you've ever wanted, the success you ever needed, is waiting for you. But it's in the other side of the decision that you are making right now. Change your decision, change your outcome. Change your mindset, change your outcome. And you're going to be extremely successful. Believe me, if I've done it, I'm telling you from my personal experience. This is what I know. This is my opinion. Am I biologically correct? Am I scientifically correct? Heck no. I'm none of that. I just speak from my personal experience. You can agree or disagree. But before you disagree, try it. Because too many of you disagree without even trying. And I even hate that word, trying. Because the best word that you can use aside from trying is doing your best. Because when you do your best, anything is possible, anything can change, anything can come out of doing your best. Because trying is only setting you up for failure. And we all don't want failure. We all want success. We all want happiness. We all want love. But in order to get all that, make the necessary changes in your life to start doing it. May God bless you all. I'm going to go right now and go head out to my next terminal so that I can get on my next flight and I don't miss it, even though I have another hour left. But the one thing I highly recommend, guys, is to listen back to this message. I think there's some powerful stuff that I shared here. Even myself, I will be listening to this again. If you feel that this message is powerful to you, please share this post. Share it and just pay it forward. I feel like there's a lot of people that need to hear this message so that they can succeed in their personal wealth, life, health, fitness, marriage, work, anything, business, anything. Just share it. Someone needs to hear this message. Someone needs to be held credible for their actions. And in order for you to be successful, you first have to be credited by yourself. You need to self-credit yourself. Because ain't nobody out there gonna give you the credit that you need until you give it to yourself. Own that. Believe that, and you will achieve that. God bless you all. And always remember, never forget to have faith, not fear. Whoop whoop. Peace.